Alright, so another little update. Got the headliner out. This was not as easy as I thought, and then at the same time, there's all the sound deadening material just kind of disintegrated. What is this thing? It's like 30 something years old now, so basically everything came out. Here, there's a whole other chunk on the driver's side on the ground. Got the leaf blower, kind of blew all of the extra stuff out. Yeah, so stuff's just everywhere. Yeah, so probably gonna disconnect this right here. I'm not sure if I don't think I'm gonna really be doing a dome light again, just because the cage is gonna go there, and then I believe it's Scarlet Solutions actually has a like a roll bar clamp for an LED light. Then I'm probably gonna run that instead. Then I'll probably get rid of the whatchamacallit, the map light as well. Might just put it back just kind of for nostalgia, but I think that's gonna get hit by the roll bar as well, so I might just get rid of that. One thing I did have an issue with, there's that front piece that goes right here. Mine was actually stuck to the, I guess the windshield glue, or the putty, whatever the stuff is that when the windshields get glued in. So it did not want to come out, and I had to pry the hell out of this thing to get it out, but it did come. Same for the pieces right above the doors. I think if you look up, like, I was watching CJ Pony Parts and LMR and watching how they disassemble it, and they're pretty much spot on. Basically, the above the door and above the windshield are the hardest parts. You just pretty much have to pry on them, and eventually they come out. I have some, I forgot what it's called. Like, it's basically like Dynamat. I got it from Junior's Car Audio here in Fremont. I think I have it in the doors already, and then I have it in the El Camino. I think I did it in the doors in the El Camino as well. But I'm probably gonna coat the roof in it, do some big chunks, just to try to cut down on noise, because this thing rattles like crazy when we're on the freeway. So just trying to cut noise down if I can. Not super worried about weight because it's a full street car. Want to do the front tubular, front end. That'll take off some weight, so not too worried about like an extra pound here or there, just for the comfort. Definitely want to look into some like radio headsets as well, just because being in this thing for like Redwood, where we were in the car for like 4 hours plus at a time, it'll drive you nuts. So at least it drove me nuts. So I'd rather just make it a little bit more comfortable. I know Shauna probably wasn't having the greatest time being in the car with all the noise, but at least if I can do that, and we can do I know a few guys have it where they have the Bluetooth module, so they can pretty much connect their phone to the headset, and they can listen to music and whatnot. So, but yeah, here we are. Wiring gotta clean up. I'm gonna start marking all the tags that don't go to anything. There's a bunch of the airbag stuff, which I believe is the airbag module. And then this one's the airbag module, which like seemed to be was already falling apart. Got airbag. So those will pretty much be disconnected. This I gotta put back in the dash. And then probably unplug this stuff and then reroute it nicely underneath the dash, just so it stays out of the way. Yeah, and then I'll probably do some sound deadening up against the firewall as well, just to help with that. I'll probably do on the floors, I'm thinking. But actually this time, I don't think it'll be too big of a deal, because the downpipe's going to be staying up front and exit out of the bumper, versus the On3 kit where the downpipe pretty much came right underneath the passenger seat. But I'll probably put some sound deadening down in certain spots, just to kind of help down with noise and stuff like that. So, but yeah, making some progress. Still, update also for Adrian. No Adrian. Gets a cam and just disappears. So I'll just continue on. All right, so got the headliner out. I was actually watching a few videos, and it doesn't seem as bad as I thought, so I'm gonna give it a try. So this is the new headliner material I'm doing. It's kind of a plaid look. I've always kind of liked the plaid look on some of the interior parts for the Fox bodies. It's kind of like the retro period correct. I've seen a few guys do the like get a red Kirky, or like say for a red car, do red Kirky and then do the center section of the Kirky in the plaid, which it's like, so this is a Kirky I've had for quite some time, and doing the center section of the Kirky in that plaid fabric. I might just get some red covers for that. At least I have that seat. I've had it, geez, probably 10 years. So I'm gonna go get the spray, cut this down, and so like I watched a few videos online, and it doesn't nearly seem as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Pretty much the main thing, I guess, they say just spray a lot of glue down, especially around the edges, and then just pull the red fabric up and leave the factory foam down, because the new headliner I got has like foam on it already. So we'll see how this goes. As I said, it's slowly making its way to becoming a race car, so if it doesn't look perfect, no biggie. But as long as it looks better than what it is, because like that big old chunk that's missing right there. All right, let me get into this. All right, so here's a little update. I got the headliner trimmed down. Definitely gonna be some extra material coming off of this, so pretty cool. The only thing I was kind of still up in the air about was the there's a blue line on the material, but overall I like it, because it's kind of red, black, and white, and then red, black, and then like white, obviously from like random stickers and things like that. So pretty cool. Or actually the white would be kind of close to the wheels, I guess, almost, kind of, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I got some cardboard right here I'm gonna lay down so I can basically flip the I guess this side of the or I don't know if I'm gonna do the back or the front, but do half of the material, flip it over on it, spray it down with the with 3M headliner adhesive. So this was the recommended one. So dry time 60 minutes. But yeah, so if you're doing headliners, this is for at least what I looked up, this is kind of the stuff you use. So yeah, I'm gonna flip this over and then start spraying this thing down, and hopefully it comes out decent, but we'll see. All right, so the glue's all down. Came out pretty decent. No bubbles or nothing, which is what I was kind of expecting for some reason. Like there's a couple like weird little spots right there. You can kind of see it on the camera. But let's say it's a headliner. There'll be the roll bar will be in the way of most of it, or well, blocking like the outer edges. But yeah, came out pretty nice. This is like a low spot right here for the dome light, and then there's a low spot right here for the whatchamacallit, the map light. But yeah, came out pretty nice. Let the glue cure for a little bit, and then I'm gonna flip it over and start trimming it out, and then try to get it back in today. That'd be a huge bonus to get that in. So yeah, moving along. All right, quick little update. So I got the whatever the dynamite stuff is. I missed a spot right here. This is called Sound Skins. It's basically like Dynamat. I've never used Dynamat, but it's kind of, it does a job. I have this in the El Camino. I have it in the doors for the hatch, and then now the roof. I did use this one little tool, little roller. Definitely helps basically stick it to the I guess the surface or material, which base of the roof. So basically makes it so it's all flattened down and adheres good. Because if not, you can kind of notice it when you're not using the roller. There'll be little like air pockets, and then you're kind of like trying to smooth everything out by hand. So got the roof insulated. So the headliner's all done. It's right there. So I'm gonna slide that in right now and see if I can get this thing in. Update. Look at Adrian showed up. He must have needed something or needed food, so he's here. Got the headliner in. Actually, a whole lot. Was not as bad as I was expecting. I don't think I'm going to be doing the dome light and map light. Just kind of looking at everything right now. Just because the main hoop is basically going to go right where the dome light goes, and then the front windshield bar is going to go where the map light goes. So I'm probably just going to leave it out. But it looks pretty cool. Jesse actually showed me the red seat covers for the Kirkies that I have. So I'm probably going to be doing that just to, for sure, at least for the driver's seat, because I have the black cover. So at least I'll get that in. The headliner's in. Pretty happy with that. The corners came out a little funky just because of the way the carpet, or not the carpet, but the headliner, the backing board goes here, like it curves. The same for over there, but it is what it is. Like, I'm happy with it like this. Gardeners are here making a bunch of noise. So I'm gonna put all the pieces to get that squared away, and that's done. And then start cleaning up all the factory wiring, and probably make some, probably get a 3D print some zip tie mounts, and then embed a small magnets behind it, so I can basically magnetize them up here. But yeah, definitely moving along.